திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். புழியர்கோன் வெப்பொழித்த புகழியர்கோன் கடல் போற்றி, ஆழிமிசை கல் மிதப்பில் அணைந்த பிரான் அடி போற்றி, வாழி திரு நாவலூர் வன்றொண்டர் பதம் போற்றி, ஊழிமலி திருவாத ஒரர் திருத்தாள் போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். So today we are continuing our discussion of Padigam 4.2, and we have seen up to song number 7. And now we are going to continue from song number 8 onwards. We have 3 songs to cover in this Padigam. So with that, we will probably have Madhuri. Why don't you repeat with me the 8th verse?
Okay.
ஆடல் புரிந்த நிலையும்
ஆடல் புரிந்த நிலையும்
அறையில் அசைத்த அறவும்
அறையில் அசைத்த அறவும்
பாடல் பயின்ற பல்பூதம் பல்லாயிரங்கொள் கருவி நாடற்கு அரியதோர் கூத்தும் நன்கு உயர் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்து ஓடும் கெடிலப் புனலும் உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம் அஞ்சுவது யாதொன்றும் இல்லை அஞ்ச வருவதும் இல்லை. Very good. See, today is said 3 words at a time, so you are able to do it. Very good.
Yes. I did notice that.
Very good. So, as we know, in this Padigam, we have been saying in every song is describing Shiva's greatness, Shiva's attributes, and the fact that Shiva dwells in Tiruvadigai Veerattam temple, and he, Tirunavukarasar, is a servant of that Shiva. So, there is nothing that is afraid of, and there is nothing that is going to come to frighten him. That is how the whole pattern is in this Padigam. And the same thing repeats in the 8th song. Adal Purinda Nilayam. It is describing about Shiva's dance. Adal in Tamil, Adudal or Adal is a dance. You know, it can come as Atam. Similar words will be there in Telugu. Probably it's called Ata. So, Adal Purinda Nilai. Puridal is doing, performing. Nilai is the state. So, Adal Purinda Nilayam, the state of is dance. Okay, meaning Shiva is always dancing. The Nataraja is always dancing, he never stops his dance. That's the philosophical interpretation there. Adal Purinda Nilayam is dancing, and Arayil Asaitha Aravum. Arai is waist. In Tamil, they use a word for the man's waist and they use a different word for a woman's waist. Arai is used to refer to man's waist. Idai is used to refer to woman's waist. So in some Padigams, in some songs you will see Uma Devi will be described as a woman with a slender waist. So it will become as Mellidai, Sitridai, Kodiyidai. Idai will come in that, in woman's waist. In man's waist, it is Arai. So Arayil Asaitha Aravum. Asaital is to tie around, to tie. Arav is snake. So Shiva is wearing a snake as his belt. You have seen that Shiva's pictures or sculptures where he will be depicted with wearing a tiger skin around his waist, and he would have used a snake as his belt. And that's what he's saying. Arayil Asaitha Aravum. Shiva has a snake tied around his waist. And then he is dancing in the cremation ground where there are many Bhutaganas playing various instruments. You know, there are wind instruments, there are drums, there are bells, they are singing, so they are doing all those things. So that is what is describing the second line. Padal payindra palbudam pallayiram kol. Okay. So there are pallayiram is thousand, pallayiram is many thousand. Means there are thousands and thousands of bhutaganas. That kind of a description. And what are they doing? Padal payindra palbudam. Padal is singing. Payindra is again singing, the act of singing. So padal is a noun, song. Payindra is the verb, which means singing. Palbudam is the performing, the many bhutas. So padal payindra palbudam, that means there are many bhutams which are singing the songs. And then Pallayirangol Karuvi Nadar Kariyador Kutum. Karuvi is the Shastras. You know, the dance. There are Nati Shastras and there are books and experts in the Nati Shastras. So there are thousands, there are many Nati Shastras, there are many experts in Nati Shastras, all of them. Nadarku Ariyador Kutum. Nadadal is to understand, to research and to study and understand. Nadadal. Ariya means not possible. Kutu is dance. So Shiva is dancing and there are many Bhutaganas singing and Shiva is performing very complicated dance moves that even the Natya Shastras don't know about. That's what he is describing. In earlier, in this Padigam, in earlier song, there is a description. I think it was in song number 6. In the song number 6 in line 3, there is a statement. Arangidai nool arivalar ariyapadadador kuttum. That also says the experts, the dance Shastra experts, they don't know these dance forms because Shiva is doing all those dance forms. Because humans haven't seen those kind of dance forms. That is a kind of special dance he is doing. And the same concept is repeating here. Nadarku Ariyador Kuttum. Karuvi Nadar Kariyador Kuttum. Karuvi is the Nati Shastras or the books that are used to understand things. Tarka Shastras, those are called, the Karuvi Nool in Tamil means the books that are used as pramanas or the books that are used to understand and analyze and understand things. So those kind of Natya Shastra books cannot describe this kind of dance. That kind of a rare dance is dancing. That's Shiva. And where is he dwelling? He is dwelling in Adigai Veerattam temple. And Adigai Veerattam, Thiruvadigai is where the Kedilam river is flowing through. So in every song he is mentioning the fact that Shiva is dwelling in Adigai Veerattam and the Kedilam river is flowing through that place. Nangu Uyar Veerattam. Nangu is great, Uyar is tall, Veerattam is the Veerattam temple. Veerattam is the name of the temple. So the Atta Veerattam are the 8 deeds of valor that Shiva performed. Like burning the 3 forts, burning Manmata, kicking Yama, or killing Andakasura with his trident. All those kind of acts of valor. The 8 temples, they are known as Ashta Veerattam, or in Tamil, Atta Veerattam temples. Veerasthanam comes in Tamil as Veerattam. So, Nangu Uyar Veerattam. So, the very tall Veerattam temple. Soondu Odum Kedila Punal. Soondu means to go nearby, running through or running surrounding it, etc. Odum Kedila Punal. Kedilam is a river, Punal is water, Odudal is to flow. So the Kedilam river water that flows through Thiruvadigai, where the tall Veerattam temple is located. And in that tall Veerattam temple, Shiva is dwelling. Udayar Oruvar. He is dwelling there. Udayar Oruvar. Oruvar is the incomparable one. That's how it has to be interpreted here. The Shiva, the great, incomparable Shiva, the unique Shiva, he is the Lord of everybody. That Shiva is there in the temple and Tamarnam. We are his servants. That's what is in. Tirunavukamarasu is addressing himself, as I mentioned, in the royal we. We are his servant. Tamarnam. Because of that, because I am the servant of Shiva, who is the Lord of everything, I am not afraid of anything. Anjuvadu yadu ondrum illai. Anjuvadu is to be afraid of. Yadu ondrum, nothing. Illai is no. So I am not afraid of anything. That's the meaning of that phrase. Anjuvadu yadu ondrum illai. Anja varuvadum illai. There is nothing that is going to come to terrify me. Anja varuvadu. Varuvadu is to come. Illai is no. There is nothing that is going to come to terrify me. Because that means I am not afraid of anything now, and in future also nothing will come to terrify me. There is no danger to me. Shiva will protect me. So that is his great devotion, that he has surrendered to Shiva, and Shiva is there to protect him. So he doesn't have to worry about anything. He doesn't have to be afraid of anything. So when he was tied down and lying on the ground, when the elephant coming to trample and crush his head, he is singing this padikam. So Madhuri, you can read the whole verse again.
ஆடல் புரிந்த நிலையும் அறையில் அசைத்த அறவும் பாடல் பயின்ற பல் பூதம் பல்லாயிரங்கொள் கருவி நாடற்கு அரியதோர் கூத்தும் நன்கு உயர் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்து ஓடும் கெடில புனலும் உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம் அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்றும் இல்லை அஞ்ச வருவதும் இல்லை.
Very good. Any comments or thoughts? We can talk, or we can go to the next verse if there's no comment. Okay. So, Pavani, you can read the next verse with me.
Yes, sir.
Soolum aravat tugilum.
Soolum aravat tugilum.
Tugil kili kovana kilum.
Tugil kili kovana kilum.
Yalin moliyaval anja.
Yalin moliyaval anja.
Anjadu aruvarai pondra.
அஞ்சாது அறுவரை போன்ற
வேழம் உரித்த நிலையும்
வேளம் உரித்த நிலையும்
விரிபொழில் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்து
விரிபொழில் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்து
தாழும் கெடில புனலும்
தாழும் கெடில புனலும்
உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம்
உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம்
அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்றும் இல்லை
அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்றும் இல்லை
அஞ்ச வருவதும் இல்லை
அஞ்ச வருவதும் இல்லை.
Good. So in the 9th verse is talking of again describing Shiva, and one episode he is mentioning in the 9th verse is the killing of the elephant. Remember the Ashtavirattam that we talked about, the 8 acts of valor. One of them is killing the elephant. And this legend is associated with Vazhavur. Vazhavur is a temple which is about maybe about 7 or 8 kilometers from Mayiladurai. To give you a rough idea, it's about maybe let's say 50 kilometers from Chidambaram, south of Chidambaram. And that's a very big temple, and in this temple is where, this is the places where Shiva killed the elephant. And that elephant was obviously a very powerful, huge elephant that came to attack Shiva, and there's a fierce battle. And in this fierce battle, suddenly the, sort of Shiva jumps into the mouth of the elephant and he vanishes. So everybody is, Uma is worried. What happened to Shiva? What happened? And then Shiva comes out of the elephant's stomach, tearing it open, and then wraps that elephant's skin around his body. So that is described in this verse. Surum Maravat Tugilum. So Shiva is wearing what is he wearing? That's what is describing. So the Surum Maravat Tugilum can be interpreted in two ways. Surum Arava Tugilum. Okay, that's how I have given in the word separated version. But in the another way of separating the words, because of the sandhi, when you have a compound word and you separate the sandhi, sometimes you can separate it in more than one way because of the sandhi rules. And when you separate it, if it is splittable into multiple approaches, if only one makes sense, then you go with that approach because based on the context. But here there are two potential interpretations and both are appropriate. So I can talk about both, but I have shown only one in the word separated version. Aravam is snake, tugil is dress or a cloth. Okay, fine cloth is called a tugil. Surdal is to surround or to wear around. So Surum Maravat Tugilam. Shiva is wearing, what kind of cloth is he wearing? Tugil is a fine cloth, but here he is wearing the tiger skin as a fine cloth. He doesn't wear fine cloth. Tiger skin is fine cloth. And what is he wearing around the tiger skin? He is wearing a snake. So Surum Maravat Tugilum means he is wearing a tiger skin surrounded by a snake. That is the interpretation that I have given in the word separated version. There is another interpretation when you split it as Surum Maravat Tugilum. That's also a possible interpretation. Maravam means, Maram is a tree, Maravam is like the bark of the tree. So Surum Maravat Tugilum means he is wearing a dress made up of tree barks. Even though Shiva is typically shown with tiger skin, there are some songs, Tevaram songs, where he is described as wearing tree barks. As a yogi, he may have been wearing tree barks. So there are some songs. So for example, there is a Padigam in Sundara Tevaram, 7.72 Padigam. In the second verse there is a phrase, Maravuri Puliyadal Araimisai Maruvinan. And Maravuri means the tree barks. Puliyadal means tiger skin. Araimisai is waist, Maruvinan is wearing in this context. So Maravuri Puliyadal Araimisai Maruvinan means Shiva is wearing tree barks and tiger skin around his waist. That is what Sundara is singing in that Padigam. Given that Sundara has sung such a song where he has described Shiva wearing tree barks, the Surum Maravat Tugil can be interpreted as tree barks too. That's why I am mentioning it. Two interpretations are possible. Both are valid interpretations, but one is more commonly described. So that's why what I have used in the word separated version. And then he is wearing a loin cloth, and a loin cloth around that he has got a belt or a cloth tied around from which he is wearing the loin cloth. So that Tugil Kiri Kovana Kulum. Kovanam is Kaupianam, the loin cloth. Kil is the tape, like a thin strip of cloth that is tied around the waist from which the loin cloth is tied. So that is called the kil. And that kil is, you tie it off from a bigger piece of cloth and tie it around the waist. Tugil Kiri Kovana Kil. Kiri is to tear off. So the kil and the kovanam, the kil is torn off from a bigger piece of cloth. So Tugil Kiri Kovana Kil. So he is describing Shiva's waist, what is wearing, and he is giving descriptions of what those things are made up of. So Shiva is wearing a tiger skin around his waist, tied with a snake, and he is also wearing a lion cloth tied with a piece of cloth. He is describing, that's what is described in the first line. And the second line and the first half of third line describes the killing of the elephant. யாழின் மொழியவள் அஞ்ச அஞ்சாது அருவரை போன்ற வேழம் உரித்த நிலையும். So வேழம், the third line, is elephant. And how is that வேழம்? Is giving the description that elephant was a very huge elephant. It was as big as a mountain. அருவரை போன்ற வேழம். Pondra means like. Aruvarai means great mountain. Aruvarai pondra vedam means the elephant that was like a big mountain. And what did he do? He was fighting with it. And when he was fighting with it, what did he do? He fought with it fiercely. Without fear, he fought with it. And he killed it and he tore open the body, he peeled off the skin, and he wrapped that elephant skin around his shoulders and chest like a angavastram. In India, you will see the people wear a veshti or a dhoti in the waist, and then they wrap a vastram around their shoulders. So like that angavastram, he wrapped the elephant skin. So in this battle, and Shiva's fierce battle, and is going inside the elephant, disappearing for some time, then tearing open the elephant, and then fiercely peeling off the skin, wrapping it around. It's all a very terrifying set of actions. And Uma Devi, in Tevaram, Uma Devi is always shown as with womanly qualities. You know, when this kind of fierce battle is there, Uma Devi is terrified. That's what is described. Yalin Mudiyaval Anja. Yal means the veena. Yal is the Tamil word for veena, the string instrument. Mori is the words or speech. Mori, so Yalin Mudiyaval means she who speaks sweetly like a veena, music, right? Veena music is very soothing and very sweet. And Uma's voice, Uma's speech is so mellifluous, so sweet, so soothing, so sweet. So Uma is described as Uma who has sweet voice like a yard. That Uma, Anja, she was afraid. Causing her to be afraid, Shiva did this battle with the elephant and killed and peeled off the skin and wrapped it around. So that is what the whole phrase, Yalin Modiyaval Anja, making Uma fearful. Anjad, without fear, Shiva killed Aruvarai Pondra Vedam. He fought with the mountain-like elephant and peeled off the skin. Urita. Urita is to skin. He skinned the elephant. Nilai is the state. Shiva's state, you know. That means the Shiva who is so valorous and so strong and so great, who could do all these things. That Shiva, where is he dwelling? He is dwelling in Adigai Veeratam temple, where Kedilam river is flowing through. That's what is repeated again. Viri Polil Veeratam. Veeratam is a temple. Polil means groves and gardens. Viri Polil means large groves and gardens. Viridal is to spread out. So the Veeratam temple is surrounded by many groves and gardens. There are fruit-bearing trees, there are flower-bearing plants, flower-bearing trees. So there's a nice garden, big garden. So the big garden that is surrounding the Veeratam temple, and so Viripodil Veeratam, that is a Veeratam temple surrounded by nice groves and gardens. And Soondu Thalum Kedila Punalum. Thaludal is to go to the, to fall down. The rivers flow from higher elevation to the lower elevation. So that is what you can assume is the interpretation of Thaludal. But in Tamil, Thaludal also comes to refer doing namaskaram. You know, when you meet somebody who is elder to you, who is greater than you, you do show your respects by falling at their feet. And that is what the river is doing. That's what he is saying. Thalum Kedila Punalam. Kedila Punal is the Kedilam river water. Thaludal is to do namaskaram. So the Kedilam river is doing namaskaram to Shiva in Tiruvadigai temple. That's how he is describing. That's how I am interpreting that Thaludal here. So that Kedilam river running through Adigai, in that Adigai is the Veeratvan temple, and in that Veeratvan temple is Shiva. That Shiva, Udayar Oruvar, that Shiva, his Tamarnam, we are his servant. Therefore, Anjuvadi Yadundramile, I am not afraid of anything. Anja Varvadimile, there is nothing that is going to terrify me in the future either. So that is the direct meaning of the 9th verse. So you can read the whole verse again, Pavani.
Yes, sir. சூழும் அரவத் துகிலம் துகில் கிளி கோவணக் கீழும் யாழின் மொழியவள் அஞ்ச அஞ்சாது அருவரை போன்ற வேளம் உரித்த நிலையும் விரிபோலில் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்தும் தாளும் கெடிலப் புனலம் உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம் அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்று இல்லை அஞ்சு வருவதும் இல்லை.
Very good. So now we come to the final song of this Padigam. So Chakravarti, you can read with me.
Sure.
நரம்பு எழு கைகள் பிடித்து.
நரம்பு எழு கைகள் பிடித்து.
நங்கை நடுங்க மலையை.
நங்கை நடுங்க மலையை.
உரங்கள் எல்லாம் கொண்டு.
உரங்கள் எல்லாம் கொண்டு.
எடுத்தான்.
எடுத்தான்.
ஒன்பதும் ஒன்றும் அலற.
ஒன்பதும் ஒன்று அலற.
வரங்கள் கொடுத்து.
வரங்கள் கொடுத்து.
அருள் செய்வான்.
அருள் செய்வான்.
வளர்பொழில் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்து.
வளர்பொழில் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்து.
நிரம்பு கெடில புனலும்.
நிரம்பு கெடில புனலும்.
உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம்.
உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம்.
அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்றும் இல்லை.
அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்றும் இல்லை.
அஞ்ச வருவதும் இல்லை.
அஞ்ச வருவதும் இல்லை.
Good. So this is the final song of this Padigam. And in Tirunavukarasar Padigam, in the final song, he usually refers to Ravana getting crushed under Kailasa mountain. In Tirunjana Sambandar Padigams, Tirunjana Sambandar mentions the same event in his 8th song of the Padigams. In Tirunavukarasar Padigams, Tirunavukarasar mentions that event in the 10th song or the final song of the Padigam. So that's what he is describing here. In the 10th song, he is describing the fact that Ravana picked up the Kailasa mountain to throw it away, and Shiva put his big toe gently and crushed him. And then we know the story. Ravana cried for a long time, and then Rishi came by and said, "No, hey, you fool! What did you do? You should, instead of worshipping him, you did this bad thing." So, but he is a very benevolent God. So you sing his glory, he will forgive you. So then the Ravana sang Samaganam for a long time and prayed to Shiva, and then Shiva let him go, released him from the mountain and made him whole and gave him boons. And we know that he gave several boons. So the three things that we know of are: he gave him a very long life, and then he gave him the name Ravana. Ravanam in Sanskrit means crying. Because he cried here for a long time, Shiva called him Ravana and he gave him that name Ravanan. And he also gave him a sword. That sword is called the Chandrahasam. And I think this is the sword that he used to cut off Jatayu's wings. So he gave him all that boons. So that is what is referring here. And again, when Ravana lifted the Kailasa mountain, Shiva and Parvati were on the Kailasa mountain. So Uma, Parvati is always described with womanly nature, tenderness, that kind of a thing. So she's afraid, the Kailasam is shaking. So she's afraid and she doesn't know what's going on. So that's how he's describing here. So in Tevaram, Parvati will be shown with typical womanly attributes and qualities. Narambu Yelu Kaigal Pidithu. Kaigal is arms. Narambu is the nerves and the veins and all those things that are, when you're doing a heavy lifting, you know how the body is, right? You take a deep breath and you lift a heavy object, then you know how your arms and palms and biceps and everything will look when you're doing a heavy exercise, heavy lifting. So all the veins and other things are sticking out on his body. Narambu is comes for nerves, but it also means all the veins and other arteries, whatever that flows through, all the things that you can see on your arms. So Narambu Yelu Kaigal. So with those arms where all the veins and other things are projecting out because he was doing such a heavy lifting. Yelu means to rise up. So Narambu Yelu. So all the veins are sticking out, all the muscles and all the nerves and everything is sticking out through his skin. That kind of a hard work he was doing. Narambu Yelu Kaigal Pidithu. With those arms, he grabbed the mountain. Pidi is to clutch or to pick up or to grab. So he was grabbing the mountain with all his 20 arms and lifting it. And when that's what he's saying. Malayai Urangal Ellam Kondu Eduthan. Malay is, here it means the Kailasa mountain. Urangal Ellam Kondu. Uram is strength. Urangal Ellam Kondu means with all his strength. Kailasa mountain is a huge mountain. And in order to lift it, Ravana was a very strong guy. In order to lift it, even he had to use all his strength. Urangal Ellam Kondu. With all his strength, Eduthan. Eduthan means he lifted it up. He picked it up. And when he picked it up, what happened? Nangai Nadunga. So causing Uma to be afraid. Nangai means woman. So there are many words which refer to a woman in Tamil, because in poetry traditionally they have used variety of words to describe a woman. With various attributes. Somebody who is wearing nice jewelry, somebody who has got dark hair, somebody who has got sweet voice, somebody who is slender waist. So like that, there are all kinds of traditional descriptions, words that are used as synonyms to indicate a woman. Nangai is one such word. Nangai, Mangai, Arivai, Therivai, Ayirai, Serirai. There's a huge list. So here he is using the word Nangai. Nadunga. Nadungadal is to shake or tremble. So, you shake in fear, right? Or you tremble. That kind of a body action or the fluttering or whatever, right? That kind of quivering, that is used to indicate fear. So, Nangai Nadunga means causing Uma to be afraid of. So, causing Uma to be afraid of, what did he do? Ravana lifted the Kailasa mountain with all his might. That Ravana, what did Shiva do? He caused his 10 mouths to shout and wail. Onbadum ondrum alara. Onbadu means 9. Ondru means 1. Onbadum ondrum means 9 and 1. Here it means 10. And that refers to his 10 mouths. Alara. Alarudal means to shriek, to cry out loudly, to scream, to wail loudly. All those are implied by that word alara. So, he lifted the Kailasa mountain and then Shiva gently put his big toe and then crushed all his arms immediately, and he was in great pain. If we know how painful it is when our finger gets crushed when you close a door, or when we are walking and we hit some object and one of our fingers hit the wall or something, and we know how painful it is. Now his 20 arms are crushed under the mountain. You can imagine how much pain he will be having. So he was screaming so loudly for a long time. Because he couldn't die, he couldn't go out. Because of his wounds, he was not going to die, and because he was caught, he could not get his hands out. He was suffering in great pain. That's what I think. Onbadum ondru malara. So for the 10 mouths to shout for a long time, alara. And then what did he do? Ravana later on sang Shiva's glory. After he sang, that part is not said in this verse. We have to understand it based on the context. After he praised Shiva for a long time, Shiva forgave him and then made his body whole again and then gave him boons. Varangal koduthu arul seivan. Varam is Sanskritam word, boon. Varangal means boons. Koduthu, he gave. Arul seivan, he bestowed his grace. So Shiva gave many boons and blessed Ravana. That Shiva, where is he dwelling? That Shiva is dwelling in Veeratam temple in Tiruvadigai. And that Veeratam temple is surrounded by nice gardens and groves. Pozhil, we have seen in the previous verse too, means gardens or groves. There it came as Viri Pozhil, means spread out gardens. Here it says Valar Pozhil. Valargal means to grow. By implication, it means they are flourishing. With flourishing gardens and groves that are surrounding this Veeratam temple, Shiva is dwelling in that Veeratam temple, and in that Veeratam, Tiruvadigai is where the Kedilam river is flowing. Nirambu Kedila Punalum. Nirambu means there's a lot of water. Nirambudal is to be full of water, to be full. So Nirambu Kedila Punalum means the fully flowing Kedilam river. The Kedilam river that is full of water. In that Tiruvadigai Veeratam temple, Shiva is dwelling. Udayar, he is dwelling there. Oruvar, that incomparable Shiva. His Tamar Nam, we are his servants. Therefore, Anjavadi Yadondramillai, there is nothing that I am afraid of. Anja Varuvadamillai, there is nothing that is going to come to terrify me. So, in this Padigam, Tirunavukarasaras, when he was in severe mortal danger of being crushed to death by the elephant, he looks at the elephant in the eye and sings this Padigam, saying that, I am that Shiva's servant, I am fearless. Nothing will happen to me. Shiva will protect me. And at the end of this Padigam, the elephant stops. It doesn't come to kill him. And then the elephant keepers and those who are, they goad the elephant to go and crush him. And then the elephant attacks those keepers and then goes around Tirunavukarasar and then runs away. So Tirunavukarasar escapes this death punishment as well. That is the end of this Padigam. So Chakravarti, you can read the 10th verse again.
Yes, sure. Narambu elu kaigal pidittu nangai nadunga malayai urangal ellam kondu eduthan onbadu ondru alara varangal koduttu arul seivan valar பொழில் வீரட்டம் சூழ்ந்தும் நிரம்பு கெடிலிப் புனலும் உடையார் ஒருவர் தமர்நாம் அஞ்சுவது யாது ஒன்றும் இல்லை அஞ்சு வருவதும் இல்லை.
Good. So, this Padigam is, this Padigam is one of those Padigams that, if we read and recite and listen and all that, right, it'll give us the confidence and it'll strengthen our devotion. When something comes in our life, maybe, much lesser problem, but when a trouble comes and, if we remember this Padigam, it will give us mental strength to face and overcome any obstacles. So the 6.98 Padigam we have seen, when the king's men come to arrest him, he sings Padigam. That is also a very powerful Padigam where he is describing his fearlessness. Because he is Shiva's devotee. Like that here also he is reaffirming his fearlessness because he is Shiva's devotee. So this is Tirunavukarasar's wonderful Padigam. Where, if you have any questions or comments on the songs we saw today or any song in this Padigam, we can talk. If you are unmute and ask or talk. If not, we will conclude here and we will meet next week again and we will continue with another Padigam. Tiruchitrambalam.